Welcome back to Barely Average. I don't know how laggy this is going to be, by the way.
No, I thought we were going to play Zelda.
No, we do this now.
I don't want to. It hurts my throat. God damn it. You fucking cock. Now I've got a function.
These things can seriously impact your performance.
Mm-hmm.
A few more things, Hoffman.
Esmeralda.
I literally have no idea what's going on. It's been like 7 years.
She didn't try to save me.
I feel guilty.
Wait, no, we left off in the last bit where we were predicting everything he was going to say, and he was like, "It's not my fault. No, it's not my fault. No, it's not my fault again. Oh no, what am I?"
She said that she owed you.
Just bad. It's just bad.
Bad writing.
It's just bad.
Esmeralda,
It's just not good.
she's
If there's one thing I
fucking
could say about it, it's that it's not good.
That's why she risked her life to save you.
It's one of those things
Don't
where...
worry, if you did
Shit.
I can't hate her.
That's not good.
Theodore's trick.
Who the fuck was Theodore? Was he the black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He uses my own nightmares against me.
That sounds like him.
He was cool.
And in here,
She's kind of cool, but also really
Almost
boring
had,
and
there was
pointless.
someone there. I know.
Also, the
I could-
one
Yes.
cool female character that they had in it,
the teen
died.
psychologist.
so well done, Evil Within. I would have liked to have played as her.
Would you have liked it if they made like a DLC of this game the same way that they made like the DLCs of the first game?
If I'm honest with you, I don't like the Evil Within franchise.
Really?
I think obviously it's
Pray do
like
tell.
it's like a Resident Evil clone. You know, it's like trying to be those with a bit more horror orientated, but at the same time it also isn't scary, because the first one was kind of scary because you're like, whoa, how are all these things happening? You know, it's like real life, but it's not. And then you find out, you know, it's all just like a dream.
It was just a dream.
Which ruins everything. And even this is just a dream. And obviously they're trying to make it more dramatic by having the people outside of the dream place.
Look.
You know, they're trying to have...
Bloody footprints.
They got the agents or whatever. But that's not fun. No one cares.
Ooh, spooky, scary.
Oh, he's like
skeleton.
super moist, isn't he? So yeah, I mean, obviously by now this game's surprisingly old. But there's a lot of plot point problems and...
There's a lot of prop.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
In fact, I want you to roll it back. Roll back exactly what I said. So, like mixed with what exactly you said, and we'll see how similar they were. I bet they were absolutely
Like they line up perfectly.
yeah, on point. But
There's a lot of
there's a lot of plot point problems and on point. I mean, if many of you don't know, James is actually a vestigial twin I was born with, and we had removed.
I had removed like at the time of what 1 day old. You were like conscious enough and you know.
No, we grew together for many years. And then I just one day was just like, can we just get rid of this
Fuck
guy?
it, I'm done.
I mean, he's really heavy. I mean, he's little, but he's heavy, and he's full of meat and bones. I'd just like to take a break, you know. Why are you looking cut move?
Do you mind not being a massive penis?
I don't want to make it fun for when you edit it.
I mean, he doesn't.
Oh, daddy, daddy. Calm down.
So what have you? I mean, again, like anybody fucking notices, but we haven't done Barely Average in fucking ages. But again, by the infrequent upload of our.
I mean, I did say we haven't done this for 7 years. You're the reason for the infrequent upload. We've got plenty of videos to go up.
I have a life, man.
So do I.
Yeah,
So
that's why you don't.
do I. For God's sake, Gerald! I made you pause. Lol.
I don't do the upgrade thing.
I mean, what we did learn is that people just want to see tits.
Yeah, actually,
much.
yeah.
And you know what? I'm totally okay with that, because Sakura Swim Club was literally my favourite series that we've ever done.
I thought Mario Kart was
In my
up until that
I
point.
mean, yeah, but that just stressed me out and hurt my throat. I mean, so did Sakura Swim Club.
Also, I love, like, by the end of it, we so didn't give a shit, but we were just, like, clicking through everything. And that got the most views out of all of them. It was, like, 51 views. Claims that just people want the tits, man. And...
Thing is, you know, people have to be watching for a certain amount of time for it to count as a view. So that means that, you know, people were probably literally just skipping to when they saw tits. And again, pretty okay on my end. I'm happy with it. Tits are nice. Man tits, woman tits, dog tits, they're quite good. Any form of breast, chicken, turkey, all very delicious. KFC are quite a good place to go if you just wanna see some breasts. White meat, dark meat. You know, I don't mind as long as it's healthy.
Make your way through the remains of Union to...
Can you not fucking interrupt me?
Sorry,
I'm
Kat,
sort of on a
sorry.
roll here. Thank you very much.
You carry on your talk about breasts.
Back breasts, which are basically the butt.
Back breasts.
Thighs are also very nice, but they're not quite breasts unless you consider the entire wraparound as one big breast. Or does the nipple make it a breast? Birds don't have nipples. So I'd say it's something to do with the chest area. Chest plates, you know, soldiers. James.
I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm assuming we just... What, do we leave through the computer again? Or
Probably. Yeah, I think that's what she said. Said you gotta go back into the zone. And then you were like, cool, I'll do that. See, there's nowhere to go. So go into the computer.
Oh, there's a mirror, but it's through that door.
You don't need to go through a mirror. I think we went through a mirror before we ended the episode last time.
Like Alice in Wonderland.
That's the one.
Sorry, anyway, carry on talking about your you were at back breasts when we were last discussing it on chest plates.
Yeah, I guess you could also have dingo wings, flabby belly muffins. What are they called? Muffin tops. They're quite funny. I, for ages, didn't know what a muffin top was.
I still don't know what a muffin top is.
Because I didn't get it. No, it's like the top of a muffin. You know how it spills over the edge of the cake bit? But for ages, I didn't know what that was. And maybe it's just because I'm not a fat cock. You know? I mean, James is morbidly obese.
I'm not that. I'm not quite
He's it was difficult to get him into the room today.
It says Union Post Plus.
That's what you need.
When
you get delivered places. You don't just need Union Post, you need Union Post Plus.
I think you mean plus.
XXXXL. Anywho. That's a strong coffee. Keep running. Oh no, wait, it's just loads.
A bit of a shit tea.
Excuse me? Yeah, sorry, it's just because I didn't put like masses of like chocolate and sugar into it. Because you love that.
Just like
you fat.
In the end of it, it's just a load of material that's soaked up a load of moisture.
Essentially, but that's just your body anyway. So, James isn't really morbidly obese. So, I mean, I wouldn't make fun of him even if he was. I mean, I probably would.
So even so, you have no fucking idea at this point.
Maybe I would. Would I make fun of you if you were morbidly obese? I mean, I guess.
I think you would, as my friend, you would.
It depends, because if it's fun, like, we can push you around like a beanbag.
How fucking obese do you think I would? Like, I would get...
Morbidly! To the point that you could die!
Yeah, but then you wouldn't kick me around like a fucking beanbag,
well,
would
the thing is as well, is that obviously you're like short, let's just admit it, right? Okay.
I am small.
You are small.
I'm small.
If you were fat
bean.
as well, you would be the size of a beanbag. You know? Maybe we could put you in the tub for a little bit, like cold water, pull you out, and stick our drinks in your belly, and then you'd keep it all cool. I mean, it would probably do the opposite.
Oh, there's the mirror.
There's the mirror.
A bit of red jam.
Was it literally just
Yeah.
next to the computer? Yeah.
I'm gonna go and upgrade some stuff. We've done fuck all in this episode.
I don't think you. Ow, my toe, my toesy. Ow, 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 ow. You know when you like sit too long in one position and then you try and put the tendon back to where it normally goes,
yeah.
and it really hurts.
Really
It really hurts. Oh fuck, that was a bit weird.
Is everything just getting beyond fuck?
So
Where's
pretty much
where's the fucking chair?
I
I'm playing this game.
got Netflix for a little bit,
Oh, did you?
and just because of work, because I got to do researching of films and stuff.
Also,
which
help
is
me
fun.
out here.
Huh?
How do I? Where's the fucking chair for me to?
Go out of this room.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't played
Dildo.
this
This is
game.
that's the mini game room. Around there, you douche.
Oh, it's that chair. Sorry.
Yeah, so I got Netflix for a little bit for work, so I was doing
Oh,
some
yeah?
research of a film called Stratton, which is the shittest film I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It really is not fun.
Oh, did you go and see The Nun, by the way? Just
Oh, I
film.
did see The Nun.
How was it?
It was scary, but shit.
Was it actually scary? Or was
I
it
tell you
laughable?
what, no.
Just
Scares were fucking good. Like they were like on the edge of our seat. Rachel couldn't even look at the screen half the time because it was so scary. But what was shit was the story.
Shut the fuck up! Sam's talking.
I'm busy. And I wonder why I hurt my voice. Basically, spoilers. I mean, it's been out for ages, and by now
I don't
it will
care.
be
I haven't
even
seen
longer.
it, and I don't
But
give a
yeah,
shit.
literally by now it'll be even longer. They try and do this thing which reminded me of a film. It didn't remind me of a horror film. It reminded me of like a fantasy action film. It reminded me of something like Van Helsing or
like that
Underworld.
film.
Yeah, awesome films, but it
You
was
just did it really fucking bad.
it was really stupid. It was a very lazy plot point. Basically, to put the demon back into like a hell gate.
So can you outline the premise of the film
Okay.
because I haven't seen it? I know isn't it
Basically,
a side story from like the Conjuring universe? Or
But
something?
basically, it's based off of the nun demon. Valak the demon, whatever it's called, takes on the form. It can take on the form of many different things, but it likes the form of a nun for some reason. Which, by the way, is also really shit because the whole way through the film, like he can literally look like anything, but he wants to look like a nun. I guess it's like meant to be like a mockery of God, but he can literally have multiple like hallucinations, transfigurations happen. He can be so many different things to scare the shit out of people, and he decides to be a nun. Yeah. There's like a drawing of I don't know, I'm going around a tangent, but there's like a drawing of the actual demon, and it's awesome. Like you think, I want to see that. Like it's got like a snake coming out of his mouth. He's like a proper horned demon. He's got like the sort of goat legs, huge wings. I want to see that. Nope. Just a lady in a nunnery, in a habit. That's what they're called. But anyway, basic premise: it's in a convent. The nuns are all trying to kill themselves so that Valak doesn't have a body to possess.
Right. So there's like multiple nuns at that.
Yeah, actually.
But is it just taking the form of a nun, or is it possessing multiple nuns?
No, it's taking it's just taking the form of a nun. It's like it looks like it's just a scary nun.
So basically, what was it? Basically, because it was almost like hiding in plain sight, but in
No.
some way
It didn't even do that. It was locked behind a door, and then eventually they accidentally let it out. And
Is it like
all the
a door
nuns
to like a demon like place or whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
No, there's a door to a chamber where this baron used to live, and he used to kill people as sacrifices to open a hell portal. Which released Valak.
It's basically it's like this area you're talking about is kind of like a hidden basement sort of lair sort of place that
in the castle.
And in that place they were doing all this shit to basically summon a hell portal effectively.
Yeah. But yeah, the nuns, the Crusaders. This is like 1100 years, whatever. Crusaders come, they stop that shit, they close the gate, all that kind of stuff. Thing is, the nuns want to kill themselves, even though it's against like Catholicism, but they have to kill themselves so that Valak doesn't have a soul to possess. But the last nun who hangs herself is found by this guy who tells the village And then they're all like, oh shit, a nun's killed herself. That's pretty weird. They tell the Vatican. They send a priest to go down. They bring another nun who sort of experiences, she's not a nun yet, but she's like wants to be a nun. And she can experience like, she can sort of see the future, or she can see ghosts, you know, she can do that kind of shit. Kind of like the woman in the original Conjuring.
Yeah.
I think they're meant to be related somehow. In fact, in real life, they are sisters, which is quite cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But anyway, so they go to the place, and they realize that all the nuns, that there are nuns there, but there are actually no nuns. All the nuns are already dead. So they're being tricked. But pretty much by the end of it, it gets pretty shit, because the way that they seal away the demon is by using the blood of Christ. And I'll show you a picture of what they put the blood in, and you'll think, okay, that's like something from fucking Van Helsing. It looks like a grenade.
I think about this one.
It is the stupidest fucking... What a picture of it.
Just to check you're dead. Just wanted to check you're dead. Just wanted to check you're dead.
Why? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, this nice. I like this. You like these?
You're outside again. That's good.
Yeah, except everything's on fire now.
That really is a stronghold.
Well, that's cool. I like
What's
some of
going
the...
on in there, Sebastian? Stem is going crazy.
Why the fuck are there no
Seems like
pictures?
it's
I'm not
becoming
gonna-
even more
Yeah, sorry I haven't made much progress. It's getting back into the swing of things.
something to do with it?
I wouldn't have done it if I didn't have to.
Oh.
I'm gonna finish this once and for all. I'm gonna
Okay, so
save
there's a
Lily.
fucking...
And I have all the tools I need this time.
Good luck, Sebastian. And keep me posted,
I
okay?
mean, I know that we can
It's important that I
technically
know
get...
what's going on in there so that I
What
can
the frick?
help you again.
I literally just wanted a picture.
I do.
What the fuck kind of video is
I'll
this?
be in touch.
Basically... it looks like this. It's like this weird egg thing.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Are you literally...
Hold a minute. I thought we saved the pyromaniac guy. What the fuck is he back for?
No, there's more. There's not just one.
Oh, but they're different guys. It's
Yeah.
not... One of them was, what's his face?
Yeah.
O'Neill.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
different guy.
Looks like this weird egg thing. And there's like a cross inside, and the vial has his...
That
blood.
literally looks like something out of Van Helsing.
Literally, it looks like a grenade in some sort of action fantasy film where there are vampires, you know, and it was
Like-
done because
Like a
afterwards,
holy water grenade.
Yeah, well,
effectively,
exactly, exactly.
Which would literally be something out of Van
exactly, or the fucking holy hand grenade from Monty Python.
Helsing. Yeah.
Like, it is so fucking stupid. And the reason it's so stupid is that in an interview, James Wan and other producers are basically like, yeah, well, we didn't really know how to finish the film, so we decided to create this plot point, which basically solves everything. And it's like what?
Oh, fuck. Hey.
Also, it doesn't even do anything.
Hey, buddy.
It doesn't
Good
even do
job
anything.
upgrading my stamina.
Because, fucking spoiler alert, the nun isn't even locked away. Like, most of it is, but it comes back in the other form and possesses the villager who comes with them, and
Villager
then...
from Animal Crossing?
No, the villager from Minecraft. What the fuck's wrong with you? You fucking freak. Anyway.
Why don't I trust that?
I don't
Pile
know,
of bodies.
because she's still got her head.
Oh, fuck it.
Maybe
Hey.
that's why. The
Oh, fuck it. There's a lot of you guys.
the Inferno boys are...
It's
still
like a
there.
fucking boy group.
They sound
the
sick.
Inferno boys.
I mean, I'd listen.
Could I just crawl through the train? Can I, like, get up on the train and be like, I'm getting out the train?
Oh,
Oh, man, this is a sick idea.
This world's all fuck up.
I
You're not on
avoided
the
the
train
Infer...
yet.
Yeah, I know.
You literally just went through and round.
Yep, I avoided the Inferno boy.
Well, call it what you want.
Fuck the Inferno boy.
I feel like you're actually quite near the end. Should we just do like one long one till you finish?
I'm 3 or 4 chapters away.
Right.
So the last one will be a long one. I'd imagine.
Never mind.
It's like, fucking hell. I did not expect this running. Do I even need to kill? I'm literally just gonna like not give up. Oh, there's a lot of fucking guys.
No, I think you don't need to kill anyone. Just go to where you need to go. Stop.
For sale, I love property.
Just go where you need to go. Just just run. Like, what are they gonna do? They're fucking.
Who's the big fat one?
They're
by
just
the
fucking
door?
weebs. He's like an explodey one.
He's a big gooey boy.
See that as well. I don't like. They basically like obviously the flame demon. The
hell.
flame demon guys. They're a little bit different. Remember they're strong. The flame demon guys. They're a little bit different.
Oh, fuck,
But like
Ooh,
the boomers.
He's a gooey boy.
I know they're not
Now
called
he's a
boomers,
dead
but
boy.
they're based off of boomers, pretty much. The big fat guys. They're from Left 4 Dead, essentially.
Yep.
Then you've got the sort of
We've got
witchy.
the
You've got the witchy ones, which
the
are
witchy ones are fucking
which are the
annoying.
screechy ones, and that's also in Left 4 Dead. And then you've got there's
Ooh,
like
some nice tentacle porn there.
all the imagery is just very
How many
inspired.
fucking big boys are there?
The imagery is just very
that was a nice
inspired by
one shot.
loads of other shit, which to me is boring. You know, obviously horror is a very difficult genre to create because a lot of people just want to create homages to other
And
shit.
also, the action horror franchise is kind of dead at this point.
Action horror is just shit.
Oh, I'm gonna investigate. Nice booty.
I think action horror is one of those things that should have ended with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
And even Resident Evil 7. I just
Like we've
no
discussed
time.
this, but we discussed it. Oh,
yeah, Flame Boy.
hey baby boy. We've discussed this before. Me and you don't have a problem with Resident Evil 7. We have a problem
No.
with it being a Resident Evil game.
Oh yeah.
But
absolutely.
as a game by itself, we don't have a problem with it.
No. Absolutely. Oh,
Ooh,
cool.
I'm gonna do a little sneaky boy.
I mean, he's not really doing anything. He kind of looks. In fact, I think he's carving a path for you.
That's because he's a good boy.
I think he might have seen you.
I don't care. I ran away from him once. I can do it again. Except when
Yeah, except when you can't climb over shit.
because this game's
That as well. I think it's a lot of laziness with a lot of these game designers. That
I
they
hate
create
shit.
barricades.
Yeah, no, I hate shit like this where literally the goal is so simple, but they just put shit in your way to drag it out.
Yeah,
It really fucking irritates me.
Uh,
So I'm on a bit of a ranty mood today.
No,
that's why
no,
I'm shouting.
so many games do it, and it's just such a waste of time. You know, if
Well,
you
it
want
is,
us to
because,
go
like,
away,
there's so many fucking great games
Do you know what
that are
they
just
should-
ruined by putting this shit in.
absolutely. And do you know what? One game in particular that does that kind of shit really well. Because this is trying to be an RPG. It's trying to give you missions and side quests and all that kind of shit. What they should have done is rather
Sebastian, why the fuck have you got no stamina? I upgraded your stamina to like 150%. It's fucking garbage.
than blocking roads so that you can't go
Oh,
a
okay,
certain
okay.
way,
Well, I'm not gonna go that way.
or that you have to fight a certain person, distract the player by creating a mission across the way that'll give you a reward. You know, so then you have to go out of your way
I mean, I'm not
rather
rude.
than going the beaten path. You know, and
I mean, like, literally, like, come on, man.
that's why
I've learned to not give a shit with this game and just keep running.
Uh,
He's looking back to
that's why all these games are literally just like
Now where the fuck?
they're just all the same, really.
Is he still behind me? There he is. He doesn't give a shit.
Of course he doesn't. He's just
Where the fuck do I go now?
just an AI. Through the fire and the flames. You know you've got a thing that can show you the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I remember this game more than you.
Oh yeah. I didn't. Like,
Don't crawl through the fire. That doesn't make you less flammable.
Um,
Don't slice the fire either. I believe you're meant to shoot the fire. That can usually help.
this is a whole lot of fucking.
Turn around. Maybe then a thing will appear. You can like change the signal thing or whatever. Okay. Well, you got literally map maybe. Strong.
Make your way to the. I've walked past the fucking hotel I need to go to. What? You're making your way to the stronghold. So I'll tell you what. Let's go to the. Is this? I think this is the Sanctuary Hotel. The one the guy is walking to with a big flame gun.
Yeah. Well, he's gone round the back, so you're fine.
It's fine.
Just
I'll
go
go. I'll
through
go
the
rent a
front door.
room.
And he can't come in, so
I'll go rent the couple suite. You can share a nice room and a beverage with me.
he can make it spicy
Oh
hot.
no, he's just making it nice and spicy inside.
Nice. Like my butthole.
He's making it nice and. Hello. Let's come to the desk. Like, can I have a room? Yes, burn.
The hotel's clear, Hoffman. Are you done with your tweaks?
Ready as I'll ever be.
So where the fuck am I
Sending
going?
you the
You're
coordinates.
going in there.
Oh, so we're gonna enjoy a nice fucking...
A nice warm fire.
Yeah. It's a pretty kinky sex toy, if you don't mind me saying.
It's a portable
So what's the big deal? You put this up your ass and then we get the fuck out of it. Oh, you're gonna love this bit. This bit's
It
gonna be
creates a
so
small
fucking
area of
annoying.
stabilization that should keep
Is
the
this
fire
like when you you know the camera thing where you had to let the stabilizer thing start working? You were just
Big enough to protect me.
killing the camera thing at the same time whilst that was setting up.
That's a tough part.
Remember that?
It's
No.
a prototype.
Yes. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. But it's moving.
I have to operate. Last thing you
yeah,
want
and
is
you
for it
gotta
to go on
stop
a
the
fritz while you're
boys.
in a wall of flame.
The boys.
You have to stop the Inferno
You have to stop the
boys.
Inferno boys,
So is
pretty
staying
much.
here is inside. Besides, I'm
Yeah,
sick of hiding.
everyone. That's another thing I don't like about this game. They create characters that you're meant to feel for. Like you're meant to go like, no, they can't die. Damn it, Sebastian, you're all alone. But literally, who cares?
Convince me, Hoffman.
Like there's no character building whatsoever. There's no progression. In fact, maybe the only character that you feel a connection to is the first guy you meet, because he's actually kind of like a complicated character. You know, he doesn't belong.
O'Neill?
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah,
belong.
you know, I think he's actually one of the best characters in this game.
He doesn't belong in this world. He's also a bit pathetic. He let his
ready,
friends
Sebastian?
die, you know, and you're meant to sort of side with him. He's got this
No,
sort of
no, not yet.
he's got
Can't
this.
put my big boy pants on.
Don't take too long.
You don't really build. You know, the player builds a
Fucking
connection
hell,
with him.
that
The characters
Hoffman's
don't,
Journey.
because he's a bit of a dick.
Journey.
We no, don't read those. Who cares? I mean, maybe through. Also, a game shouldn't just easily provide plot points by reading. You know, you're not reading a book. You're playing a game. You know, unless you're doing something with the words, it's not fun. You know, and so many games just turn to. I don't know. I just think it's lazy. Notes in games are just lazy.
I didn't mind so much. Don't get me wrong, there were a hell of a lot of points from the first game that irritated the shit out of me, but I kind of appreciated the story a bit more in the first one.
Story was good in the first one because it was like, oh, this is all new. It's kind of like The Matrix. It's kind of like, you know, Dreams.
But also the characters,
like Inception.
the
It's
characters
cool.
actually felt a bit more developed in the. Not Sebastian, but the side characters felt a bit more developed in the first game.
I think it's interesting because obviously this is technically produced by Japanese game developers, and they've got a certain je ne sais quoi with the English language and how things should, how they think things should sound.
Yeah.
So when it translates over to English voice actors and writers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they don't really know how to convey emotion or anything like that. Like I thought, what was his name, Joseph or whatever?
Yeah.
And the woman, Kim. No, what was her name?
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian. Like their relationship was just kind of boring, and the voice actor for Sebastian is just kind of
It's Yuri Lanthor, who's an amazing voice
overplayed,
actor.
but it's an overplayed
Yeah.
voice of
Yeah.
I'm a tough guy, I'm a cop. How about you stay out of my like we can literally do the voice ourselves.
Yeah.
Like
And it's a real shame actually because
boring.
Yuri Lanthor was a very, very talented voice. He's done the fucking works. He's done games, cartoons, anime, literally fucking everything.
voice actors are one of those things where they literally just hire someone who can do a voice rather than hiring someone for their own
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
And that's annoying.
Well, it's been more of a case where I also have no idea what's gonna fucking
Like
happen.
I'll tell you who's a really talented voice actor is the guy who did the voice for Big B from The Wolf Among Us. His voice he always sounds like that. He looks nothing like the character,
carry it
right?
operated
He's
from
like a
here.
scrawny little guy. He's got
should protect
long
us from
hair.
the
He looks a
fire,
bit
but it
weird,
won't stop
but
those
he's
things
got
from
the
trying to
sickest
kill us.
voice for that
Don't
character.
worry, I'll take care of them.
And they were obviously, you know, Telltale's
Here goes
gone
nothing.
to the shit, and you know
Yeah.
they're not going to make any more games, but they planned on doing a second series.
So is it a case Telltale now aren't doing any new series? They're just
No, they're done.
making.
They're done forever.
Really?
They're done. They're going bankrupt. They're closing up. They fired all
I
of
can't
their
see anything
employees.
through these flames.
They've only got a handful left to
Keep an eye
finish
out for
the
those
games that
things.
they've got
Follow me.
that they've
I know
had
the way.
running. They're probably going to release like one more, maybe an episode of. I don't know. I think they've already released it. They've already released the episode of The Walking Dead. And
Yeah.
that's not going to finish. That's not finished.
That's
now.
really. Oh yeah, because there've been loads of petitions on different websites saying like trying to fund making the series to close everything out. Where the fuck are...
But it can't happen because you need every
Yeah,
single
what-
game designer.
Hey,
Oh
you
no,
fu-
yeah, you've got to kill them. She's waiting.
Yeah, no, I know that.
gotta
But I
fix
couldn't
that thing.
fucking see him.
Well, pay attention.
Fucking Inferno boys, my fucking ass. Oh fuck!
Yeah, kill.
I fucking hate this.
Kill. This is literally the laziest part.
Oh, I fucking hate this so fucking much.
There's another game that's
Where are they coming? Like they're coming from all fucking over, but I don't see them until they're fucking on her.
yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
The logic of a lot of things now is you've got the protagonist
He wants to keep
who's
us
meant to
out.
come out
Good.
above
That means he's
all else.
afraid.
He's meant to
Seriously,
succeed.
like that is shit. That is shit writing. He doesn't want to. That must mean he's afraid. Yeah, that's right. I've got a confidence boost for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, it's
like-
fucking stupid. People don't talk like that, and it ruins the immersion. Not that you're really.
Yeah, no,
immersed right
it's
now.
fucking cheesy.
Almost there.
Hold on.
Where?
Something wrong with the stabilizer.
Oh,
They're all
right.
coming
Can you
forwards.
fix it?
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
I mean, there's a couple
Watch
coming.
my back.
Don't let him control the thing.
Yeah, fuck off, Inferno boys. No reunion tour for you.
I mean, it's a bit sad. They only just got back together.
No, see, they come from all fucking different directions. It really fucks me off.
I like these. You're gonna die if you
Yeah.
don't know that he's strong.
Give me the health.
I told you it was temperamental.
Yeah, you're almost dead. You should probably kill him first.
I'll give myself an injection.
Hurry up, Sebastian.
Fucking shoot him.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Sebastian?
You're the one in control. Do good and you'll do good.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting how a lot
Are
of
you
these
regretting this yet?
game
This is
developers,
my
game
chance to
designers,
make up
whatever,
for what I did to Lily.
end up in very different circumstances when it comes to running out of money. Like
I don't regret it.
there's a lead game designer for
Yeah.
the game Ark, which is shit. It's a shit game. The one with the dinosaurs and whatever.
Yeah, but-
Um,
You were telling me about how much money he has. Though, the
yeah.
amount of
He's
stuff
got
he's bought.
he's got a lot of fucking money.
That's alright. I can actually. Sorry.
He
I can
got-
actually see this guy.
He got he basically wanted to become independent. He wanted to take his game idea and make it his own and leave the company. They were obviously like, no, you can't do that because you're under contract. You're not allowed to really do that. Turns out there was a loophole in the
Hey, you
contract, and he could sue the company, and he got fuckloads of money.
Seriously.
So for like intellectual property, so it's just interesting to see how a game like Ark and the developers of Ark got completely screwed over. Well, not really screwed. I guess the good guy won out in the end, but like game developers like Telltale just fuck over everyone who made incredible games.
Hoffman, what's happening?
I guess it's just like any company, but it's
Hurry up, it's getting hot in here.
definitely one of these.
It's getting hot in here. So take off all your. What the fuck is? Oh, there's a boy.
Next one below the average, or are you still?
Nah, man.
Oh.
No, until I get through this shit.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, what the? Okay, dude. Fuck off.
This bit's like unreasonably long, and she doesn't have to walk that slow. They could probably just run.
Are we done?
Probably.
No, do you know what I can imagine this time?
Yeah, right.
If I don't know, obviously I haven't seen it. Like I haven't played this game, but I guarantee this would be the bit if it's gonna fuck me over where
I
the
got
flamethrower guy walks in.
No.
No,
Well,
that's-
you're not gonna have to do any more fighting. Also, she
Gotta go.
that
Now.
I get as a game function, making the signals sync up. It's like, oh, we're actually doing something. But the fact that
How
she
shit is his aim?
the
man?
fact that she has to do it, I don't know. You're the one in control.
not controlling
I know you're
shit
not.
right
The fact that she has to do the now she can fucking run. The fact that she has to do the fucking wave syncing
Almost
thing,
there.
it's just lazy.
Odds on that she's gonna sacrifice it. I don't know why I'm telling this to you, but I literally, it's like I know that she's gonna
I've seen it,
sacrifice
yeah.
herself. She's gonna die. But isn't it fucking typical in a game like this where, like, every other person, like we were just talking about earlier, will die just so you get this impression of Sebastian's on low.
But the thing
and
is,
he's lost so much.
The thing is, he's the one in the front line anyway. She's literally done nothing. And just gonna say, like, she wouldn't say that. She'd say, "Ah, I'm fucking burning!" You know? That would have been much better.
Like, no, she'd be like, just fucking go, not just go, I'll be okay.
Save Lily, I'll be fine. It's just a flesh wound. I'll just put some Bactine on it. Fucking stupid. I like how we haven't played this in fucking ages, and I've come back and I'm just a fucking.
I'm sorry. Also, I love the names they give them.
Promise.
Yukiko. Oh yeah, her first name is Yukiko, and her last name is like Harrison or something like that. You know, it's something.
Do you know what? I don't have a problem with Japanese names in like American European games, right?
Yeah.
Like that. I don't. Sometimes I think it actually brings a bit of like.
It's culture, obviously.
Yeah, and it brings a bit of difference to a game. But what I can't stand is where they make it like almost like.
They're all they make them all the same.
If you can imagine in American games, you've got like Steve and all that sort of things, general names. On the other end, you've got names like fucking Yukiko, which are like not even like
they're not average
casual
names.
kind of Asian names.
They're not
just
average
like
names.
they're like purposely like
Asian.
they stand out.
They're
Do you know what I mean?
over-Asian.
Yeah. You get what I mean though, like where
But
they
it's
like
the same,
stand out.
It's
for,
the
like,
same as when in which is like a big thing now, where in films and TV they make Asian characters be more interesting by giving them like different colored hair, or their fashion's really crazy or something like that, to make them stick out more. And it's incredibly racist, but they also do it with like, you know, like K-pop and J-pop and all that kind of stuff. The huge girl bands, they make each one of them have a look that they have to stick to, because otherwise they think that they're too similar, you know. And it's fucking ridiculous that they create these ridiculous characters just so that they can stand out against other people.
Yeah,
or just seem more interesting.
It's like basically almost like forcing their brand into a certain way just so it's not the same as brands that have come before it.
It's the same as in film and TV making a gay character overly gay.
Yeah.
You know, making a lesbian woman very butch, or making a gay man very camp. You know, obviously they're maybe for story purposes they are like that, or comedy purposes, whatever. But
like it's almost like
it's too much.
Yeah,
they make it
like
too much.
They go way too over the other end. Like
Yeah.
it's like I totally agree with all that stuff, and I think it's like part of our generation that, you know, it's a change in times. You know,
Things shouldn't be like that.
And I agree with it, but what I don't agree with is when they go fucking way overboard to the point that it's almost not even accurate to that group of people.
Yeah, like
do you know what I mean?
So for example, in Deadpool, you've got Negasonic Teenage Warhead. She's got her girl. Yeah, she's called Yukiko. Yeah. Exactly. That's what brought me
I
to
love
it.
her character, by the way. He's like, he's like, hey, Yukiko. Hi, Wade.
She's great. She's great, obviously.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they felt the need again to like dye her hair, make her wear weird stuff. She would have been just as effective if she was just, you know, a regular girl. Maybe that's her fashion choice, whatever. But they've obviously got this idea in their head that they've got to be like that.
I mean, to be fair, I think Deadpool is one of probably the better examples in the industry.
Definitely.
I think there
comic books, that sort of shit, making like weird choices with the way characters look is just part of their thing. I tell you one thing that actually strayed away from that and maybe even made fun of it is in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Yeah.
You've got Knives Chow, and then you've got Ramona Flowers. And then Ramona Flowers, she's got the iconic like coloured hair and stuff, and she's white, you know, and she's quite cool and whatever. And Knives feels like she has to dye her hair to be seen as cool.
Yeah.
And it's like a great comment on the fact that, you know, people do value that sort of. They see that and think of rebellious nature or something attractive. And that's fine, but at the same time, it's in the film you see it's very damaging, and you know, he punched the highlights out of her hair. punched the highlights out of her hair.
I still
That's a
probably
good
haven't
film.
seen that.
Have
that
you not
movie.
fucking seen
no,
that?
No,
It's good.
I've seen
It's
it on
such
multiple occasions. Seen bits of it. I've never watched the whole.
There are scenes in it. I mean, that film came out in I think 2012, maybe even 2010. Like
no, yeah, it's and I think it's actually 2008. It came out. It's fucking old.
It's an old film. But the references in it, there's like a veganism joke in it, and it's actually fucking amazing. Saying that like to become vegan, it gives you superpowers, which is just brilliant. And then if you eat meat, your powers are revoked by the vegans, and they come in and they zap you with their finger guns. It's fucking sick.
Next time gonna happen?
Yeah, sure do.
You got so kind of lost in your conversational, in your kind of trail of thought that you just kind of were like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, next time. See you later. Toodles. Let me just deal with this Inferno boy. Reunion tour for you, you son of a beach. Anyway, next time.
Scoobity ba, scoobity da, a da ba da 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 da, a da ba da da, a da ba da ba, a da ba da, and we'll see you next time.